What are you saying, ladies and gents? It is your boy, Bucket Hat Sam. Today, we are going to be discussing the Everton thrashing, the demolishing of Wolverhampton Wanderers. Everton 4, Wolves 0. There is so much to analyse and go through with this game. I don't even know where to start, if I'm honest. I'm expecting to see the photo of Wolverhampton Wanderers putting it out of the corner flag. I'm expecting to see Gary O'Neill being sacked. There was pressure on this game going into this game. It was absolutely huge for both sides. The two sides split, literally split by a couple of points going into this game, literally bang on, and Wolves could have leapfrogged Everton going into this, but there was absolutely nothing shown there from the Wolves that even looked like they were likely to get a result whatsoever. Everton were incredible, but I'm going to start off by talking about Wolves. Wolves were so open. They were constantly in positions where they were just causing themselves so much havoc. We spoke about it after the Bournemouth game, about the fact that they were passing out from the back, and it was as if they were trying to cause themselves problems. We speak about it with Southampton, and we have spoken about it all season about the way they're playing. But Wolves, for some reason, have kind of slipped under the radar a bit with the passing out from the back, and they were playing themselves into trouble from the get-go. Jose Sarr was selected for this game, which I thought was a really interesting and intriguing kind of decision in the pre-match interview. Gary O'Neill said he's the right man and he will be okay, kind of thing. He's the right man for the decision. Well, surely he's looking at that and thinking, what a mistake. They got lucky for the second goal being disallowed, the Tarkowski offside. Personally, I don't think it's an offside decision. I don't really understand why it's given as an offside. If you start giving offsides for things like that, little moments, you're going to start giving offsides and fouls for so many situations. They've literally gone back and looked to try and stop the goal, in my opinion. I think that's just absolutely ridiculous. But overall, Jose Sarr was at fault for the first goal. The free kick itself, it was a great free kick from Ashley Young, don't get me wrong, but the placement of the ball is absolutely horrific. He somehow moaned at Lamina, bearing in mind Lamina's stuck out a leg to try and block it. It's absolutely horrendous. And that is the basics. I've got a friend called Sai who watches the channel. He's a goalkeeper, and I always go to him for my thoughts on goalkeepers and analysis. And he said straight away, it's basic. That is the basics. He said straight away that it's the goalkeeper's decision. The goalkeeper has set the ball, and it's not even hit the corner, which is the worrying sign, really. From the position he shot from, a right-footed player didn't even put it in the corner. It's not like it's even curled into the corner. It's curling away towards the goalkeeper. It's curling into him, and somehow it's still not even hit the corner, and Jose Sarr isn't there. The placement of the wall was pathetic. Then for the rest of the goals, Mangala goal, yes, it took a deflection, but he got a solid hand to it. And then the rest of them, it's just a brace of own goals for Craig Dawson on his 300th appearance in the Premier League. It was just really, really poor from them. And overall, I just look at it as a whole, and Wolves are in a really difficult position. You look at where they are in the league, and they've got West Ham now going into this game on the weekend, and I just look at them and I can't see them getting a result. 19th in the league now on 9 points, split by only goal difference to Ipswich. I just can't see them getting out of this situation. Look, they rely on Cunha, and Cunha today had quite a day at the office. He was man-marked by Ashley Young, and Ashley Young had a brilliant game. He was given man of the match by Amazon. I'd probably say him or Mangala for me would be the man of the match choices, but he was absolutely incredible. Ashley Young followed him all around the pitch. There were so many moments where he literally, you could tell he was full-on man marking because he literally followed them all the way into the centre. According to the game, I'm looking at Flash Score here now, Mangala and Ashley Young are the two best. I thought Tarkowski as well had a really good game. I thought Strand Larson was really odd. He had quite a few chances at the start, and it was just really poor. Like a few chances right at the start of the game to equalise or even to go 1-0 up, and there was no conviction. They were really lacking in conviction in this game, and I think that's the really worrying sign for Wolverhampton Wanderers. But if I was the Wolves owner, I'd get rid of Gary O'Neill now. That performance as a whole, going into a game away at Everton, the one thing you've got to be doing is you've got to be solid at the back, and they were far from it. Everton should have probably won that game about 6-0. Jack Harrison should have scored 2 goals at the end himself, and Brozier as well probably should have got himself one. And then the goal being disallowed, the Wolves were lucky that they only lost by 4. But let's talk about Everton now. We've done a lot of slander on Jose Sarr and about the decision by Gary O'Neill, kind of the formation, things like that. It's really odd decisions. I can't really get my head around it. But let's give Everton some praise. Everton were absolutely incredible in this game. Going into this game, if I'm honest, I thought it was going to be a draw. I thought it was going to be quite a dull game. I thought two sides were going to play really nervously. Thought they were going to be really calm. But no. Everton came out of the blocks flying from the get-go, creating chances. And what I love about Everton is I feel like it's a very lazy narrative to talk about Everton playing long ball football. They're direct, but there's a massive difference. I did a live stream for this game, did a watch along, and I spoke about this. Everton get the ball up the pitch fast. So the way they pass around the back, it happened a couple of times, Branthwaite into Tarkowski or vice versa. And Branthwaite would then drive with the ball, take players out of positions, get the ball up the pitch fast. And Dwight McNeil was absolutely incredible in that game, taking and occupying so many different positions. additions. I thought he was brilliant. Mangala as well. Decore, I thought, did really well. And overall, I thought Everton were absolutely incredible. And that is a moment where Everton as a whole, kind of, it's been a bit toxic at the moment. People talking about, is Sean Dyche the man to keep them up? A lot of fans are not happy about recent performances, especially that Man United game. So many errors leading to goals last week, and they needed a bounce back, and that was the game. It was absolutely incredible. Every single player there looked like they were playing for the manager, and I think that is the biggest part. Certain players that we haven't really seen step up as much as they have. Tarkowski last week was quite poor. Same with Branthwaite. Both of them had a bit of a stinker, if I'm honest, and the two of them were absolutely colossal. They were man marking and shepherding Cunha out the game. Strand Larson, two players that have scored a lot of goals. Going into this game, Wolves were the 6th top goal scorer in the Premier League this season. They're incredible going forward. They're also really poor going back, but they were incredible going forward. And it was as if Everton didn't even care. They were so confident that they absolutely dominated in all aspects of the game. And then towards the end, to be honest, they probably should have got a few more. I think that's probably the only negative on Everton's part. They should have got 6 or 7, but it was absolutely incredible. The atmosphere, the ground was rocking. You could tell how much it meant for that side. And I feel like this is a turning point for Everton, because recently the performances haven't been really up there. And I think there's been a lot of question marks asked about Sean Dyche and some of the players. But this game, I think they were absolutely incredible. There are so many players in that game where I look at them and go, do you know what? He gets it. He understands it. And the Everton fans should be proud of that performance and proud of that team, because this was huge. They're going into this week. They've got Liverpool on the weekend. And imagine going into this game, they've got Wolves and then Liverpool. This could have been, and we spoke about this, and I spoke about it on my podcast, going into this game, this was literally the manager. Whoever lost this game is in to be sacked, in my opinion, like straight away. I thought, to be honest, going into this game with the firepower that the Wolves have got going forward, I thought it was going to be Everton. I'm going to put my hands up. I thought Everton were going to lose this game, but they absolutely proved me wrong. An absolutely brilliant performance. So many players stepping up, and I saw a stat which just sums up how mental this whole thing is. And I know Ashley Young got a lot of stick this week talking about the fact that, because he could be potentially playing his son in the cup, and everyone was saying this sums up Everton's transfer policy, the fact that backup and replacement for Seamus Coleman was a 39-year-old right back. But Ashley Young today has become the oldest ever player to reach the 50th goal mark. So he's reached the 50th goal mark on 39 years and 148 days old. That is an absolutely incredible achievement. The guy has been absolutely incredible. But the whole thing, I think Everton have got a lot of positives to take from that. Brozier as well came on, and it's good to see him playing, cause a lot of problems. Calvert-Lewin causing a lot of problems, because I know we can obviously talk about the own goals and things, but that's come from Calvert-Lewin for both of them. Both of them are Calvert-Lewin causing problems, and they knew what they were doing. Set pieces, they just look so dangerous, but overall, it wasn't just that. I think Everton got so many positives to take from this. I think Everton, going forward, should be safe and should be fine. I think that was kind of a telling sign. It shows you that they can do it. Now, what Everton got to do is take this now into the next coming weeks. I've got to show some more consistency, whereas Wolves, I expect to see Gary O'Neill sacked. I can't see how I know a lot of people are like, why sack him before West Ham? Is it going to be too late then? We spoke about this recently. He had a bit of an upturn in form, had a couple of good results, but the last 2 results have been absolutely horrific. The performance against Bournemouth, the way they played, was just not good enough. And this, in my opinion, is the worst Wolves have played all season. I'm a West Bromwich Albion fan before. I'm going to say this now just so people just understand my narrative. I've got no I'm putting bias aside here and just talking about it for performance. A lot of my friends are Wolves fans, and they've all said that is the worst they've played all season. It simply just wasn't good enough. So yeah, I think Gary O'Neill's going to be sacked and Everton demolished. Wolves, what a brilliant game of football. But yeah, let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. Will Wolves stay up? And how good are Everton? Where can they finish? Because with that squad, really, they should be finishing and they should be doing better than they are already. So yeah, absolutely brilliant game of football. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment and subscribe and tune in for lots more content. But thank you for watching. I'll see you guys soon. Goodbye.